sneaker game is in such a interesting place. But one thing that hasn't fell off yet are these Jordan 1 Travis Scott lows. Like these things, I don't know if these will ever go out of style. I mean, you really don't hear people talking much about the highs. I don't think they haven't made a colorway of the highs in a long time. Like, it's interesting. And I was just thinking, if they would have made like a high top golf, people would have probably bought that one too. But the low top golf was an interesting sneaker for them to make because it looked like all the other olive sneakers. That's a really nice toe box, by the way. But this sneaker, it was confusing me because then you had like the medium olives, you had the olives, and then you had these which were the golfs, which still remind me of an olive. I was like, okay, we got 3 different variations of the olives. I couldn't keep up when they did all that. I was like, okay, you guys are just flipping the same color scheme in different shades at this point, and it's working. But the golfs they're a little different. They're a little different. I actually haven't seen Travis Scott play golf, or I actually haven't seen Travis Scott do anything but make music and jump around. But the concept, I don't know. The concept is okay, but the shoe is fire. How about that? Okay, the shoe looks good. The concept is whatever, but the colorway is good. The low top Travis Scott with this reverse swoosh, I'm not sure if it'll ever die because people keep buying it up. I was just wearing the low top all black ones with the white stitching on. I was like, these are just really dope sneakers, and this one is too. I think the only bad colorway, well, maybe not bad colorway, but the colorway that I didn't favor the most was the Elkins. Those were like, okay, and those are actually still dope too. But these with this golf bottom, which really doesn't feel any different from a typical Jordan 1 basketball bottom, it's pretty interesting, and I do like it. It's an interesting thing that they did. It's not Nike or Jordan brand's first time experimenting with golf sneakers. I mean, they made golf cleats for Tiger Woods for several years, but it's just interesting they kind of just called these the golfs and put another medium olive colorway on it. We got Ortholite. This is actually the first time I've seen or noticed Ortholite actually being on the insole, and with the Travises, they never put anything fancy as far as the insole, and they really don't need to. They fit just fine. I would actually go, it's hard to say because I like the way the 9.5s look, but for style wise and longevity and comfort, actually, a half size up, which would be a size 10 for me, just kind of works better. They look a little longer, but the 9.5s just fit a little snug sometimes. They do take some break-in. This is a 9.5. I believe I did ask for this size. I'm still in the phase of, going back between 10s, 9.5, so I'll probably do this forever as long as I'm still doing this. But the golf shoe, the quality of the sneaker, shout out to the gifter that sent these, first of all, because the quality of this shoe, it's really, really good. The suede's really, really good. The toe box was good. Everything I could pretty much talk about on the shoe like I've done over the past 5 years. Nothing has really changed. Well, I shouldn't say that. Things have changed. The quality has gotten better. Like at this point, I think they've mastered Jordan 1s, Jordan 4s, and probably the Jordan 11. Like with those 3 silhouettes, they have those down. No matter what you put on the sneaker, they can do it. If it's a Union Jordan 1, they can do it. I mean, they look good on feet. What was Trollmageddon say? They're undetectable on feet. Exactly. And at this point, with all the people saying, oh, those are fakes and all that stuff, doesn't even matter. For me, it never mattered any damn way what people say about sneakers, because a lot of times the people that are saying that are ignorant to the fact that all of these sneakers are manufactured from the same place. There's just different variations from it, and you kind of got to do your homework if you want a higher tier shoe, because all sneakers over there, they're not created equal. You're going to get some that look great. You're going to get someone that look completely off, but for the most point, it's not hard to find a good pair these days. Like, I actually don't even care about the specifics of the shoe, because I've seen these shoes, I've seen all the Travis Scotts hundreds of times, so you kind of get numb to it. You just want a good looking shoe that's on your foot. Like, that's really it at the end of the day. Now, if you're into a whole different thing like hype and who's paying attention to what you're wearing, then you might start doing some different things. But for me, none of that stuff matters. However, if I do see somebody with like a pair of quote unquote hype sneakers on, and it's a bad pair, I just kind of chuckle in my head, because I figure it's like, dang, you can't find a better pair than those. Like, I've seen some bad let's just call them UAs for the sake of description. I've seen some bad I've actually seen more bad UAs out there on feet than I've seen good ones. I rarely see good UAs or just Travises that look like they could be retail or a high quality quote unquote rep. I see a lot of bad pairs out there, and I'm confused by that because it's very easy to get a high quality pair of hype sneakers at this point. Like it's no longer a secret. Like it, maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago when I first started doing this, it kind of was if you know kind of thing. But now it's not like that anymore at all. Like people will be like, yo, are those reps? And it's like, I'll be like, yeah. And they're like, nah. And I'm like, yes, they are. Like people don't believe me when I tell them my shoes are UA, they're sent to me, they're reps, whatever you want to call them, that's what these are. And then some people are like, okay, how can I get a pair? And then some people are like, all right, that's dope. And some people, a lot of the times, they just look at your shoes and be like, yo, those are dope sneakers. Man, I wish I had a pair. And then right there, that's when I could educate them, but I just kind of continue on with my day. And I go get my frozen pizza out of the freezer at Walmart, and I go home, and that's pretty much it. Like like I said, the sneaker game is in a very, very weird place right now. The Jordan 1 as a whole is kind of in dead mode right now. Like the only sought after Jordan 1 that I think everybody still wants is like the Bread 85 cut that they kind of released and then took away from us, which is kind of weird. But that's pretty much the video, guys. The shoe's amazing. I know this was a little ranty, but sometimes you gotta, express yourself on these YouTube streets. But make sure you follow me on Instagram at Cola Culture, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.